I don't know about anybody else, but I found the ducks this year to be very unresponsive to a duck call.
Yeah.
I didn't hear them talk much to themselves or me, and
No.
they didn't. And maybe it's just me, maybe it's my style, maybe it's my opportunities, but it was a different year duck calling.
Yeah, almost every day we said, boy, those were a little hinky, huh?
Hinky.
Yeah.
And they hadn't been shot. They hadn't been shot at. Maybe they had been in another area, but we didn't shoot at them. I mean, they just were strange.
And, it really only takes one or two to be hinky to pull every other duck away. I mean, if there's one duck that's not committing and circling around above you, and then another flock comes in, they're like, well...
Pull them away.
They're like, well, we're not going in first. And then, and then they just follow him, and then he takes off, and they're gone.
When you can't talk to or commit a lone hen mallard, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's me.
And it's early. It was early season.
Very early.
I mean, the first big ducks we were seeing, because opening day South Zone for where we hunt is mainly teal and wood ducks,
right,
with a few big ducks,
right,
few mallards or blacks, but
I found the flocks very disorganized this year. You have a sense that they don't really know what they want, make pass after pass after pass, and then just leave. Not even pretend to set. Just okay, you wouldn't go.
Yeah.
But just found them disorganized.
I've seen both of you turn ducks and bring them into the spreads. So I know you can do it.
yeah, I mean, there's times when they just do what you want them to do, but
I wasn't so stubborn. I didn't want to try something different. I was willing to do anything. Come December, I'd try anything, but it didn't matter what you did.
we just shut up there for a while.
I didn't
shut
carry a
up.
call.
Yeah.
Put it in the bag and leave it there because I'm not going to talk to you because you're not going to talk to me. So I did. Somebody said, get your call. Why?
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed
But,
Well, I was taught right out of the gate that if you don't call well, then shut up. Just don't try. And you go with people that whack, 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 left and right. It's like, oh, please put that call away. I'd rather take my chances without any calling.
yeah, I mean, if you're
You
looking
guys.
for what you need to start duck hunting,
Yeah.
don't even bother buying a call. I mean, all you really need is a gun, ammo, decoys, and some sort of watercraft.
to. Learn to hide. Learn to shoot.
Yeah.
Learn to hide.
It's always the biggest thing.
Carried the hub blind every day.
A blind is one of our favorite accessories. It's quick. It's easy to set up and easy to take down, and you can put them, side by side or back to back and make an A-frame out of them. Done that before. If you grass them up enough, you can fill in that hole along the top. That big dark spot where your heads would be. And I mean that's not a new product, but
No,
we've used those 3 years, 4 years.
I think so. It's
And in all
Yeah.
sorts of terrain
oh yeah,
and
Use it anywhere.
situations.
Sure. Heavy hauler, right? Heavy hauler makes that.
That was the original one,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I know there's been a couple other brands.
Hide you better, hub blind. Hide you better.
Is that what the hub was
Yeah,
for?
I guess.
I thought it was for the hub that was in the middle.
Yeah,
that
I think it's
'cause
a dual deal, but
like the ice fishing shacks
Yeah.
that pop out. It's that same type of deal. It pops out.
it weighs less than a folding chair.
I know.
I've had bag chairs that weigh considerably more. I think it's less than 10 pounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Sets up in seconds. Hides 2 men. Unbelievable. They're well built, and it's a wonderful company. You had a problem with one of the
One of the
legs
one of the poles
poles,
came out.
and I contacted them, and here it comes.
I built blinds my whole life. I'm sure that's
Oh, sure.
that's
Love it.
basically how you did it.
Oh yeah.
Just-
Oh yeah.
That was a rite of passage in the fall.
It was the fun of it.
Week
Building
before the
forts.
hunting
Yeah,
season,
yeah.
2
Oh, yeah.
weeks.
Oh, brushing blinds. Oh,
Brushing a
yeah.
blind over, ducks landing behind you while you're doing it.
yeah.
It's as good as it gets.
I still brush the
It might-
platforms.
It might have been more fun than hunting when I think back on it. Hunting, you got to bring all that gear.
Or even when you get there, you're just looking around for debris and branches and logs, and how are we going to rig this? And I mean, that is the best way to blend into your surroundings is to just take your surroundings and rearrange it, right?
It reminds me of a hunt we had with our friend Kelsey Sullivan 5-6 years ago. I hunted with you guys on opening day, and then the second day, Kelsey and I went on our own. Do you remember that?
I
And,
do, yeah.
And it was during COVID, and Kelsey had parked over there to set us up for duck hunting the next day. And when I got there, he had built 2 massive dry tie blinds 6 feet from each other. And he was honoring the COVID 6 weeks
separation rules.
I mean, and these were massive piles of wood. He had 16 cords in each one of them, and I really appreciated it. And we did hunt separated, but he had so much wood in mine that I got in there, I felt like he was going to fall in on me, so I stood behind it, and he was in his blind 6 feet away. It was fun. I said, "Thank you, Kelsey." We had a good hunt that day.
Yeah, I remember the story.
Yeah, well, it was like low tide out there. He built the blinds halfway to the water, which was it's like you're hunting at low tide on the coast, and ducks were coming in and flying behind us. There was so much room between us and the woods that they were even circling behind us, which made for some fun shooting. It was a great day. That's the best day I've had on that body of water. I have failed on that body of water half a dozen times, and that was a winner with Kelsey that day. It was fun.
What do you like to sit on out there?
Yeti bucket.
I like the most comfortable stadium folding chair possible.
Yeah, you guys are one extreme or the other.
Yeah. I like one that says suitable for men up to 350 pounds. I like those.
I have found in my developing old age that I do much better on a stool / bucket than I do a chair with arms on it.
Mm-hmm.
You get set back in that old beach chair thing. It doesn't improve your shooting any.
No,
You know, I don't spring out of that as I once did.
I like to sit back and watch.
You like the back on you.
Yeah, I like to sit back and watch the hunt.
If you're not going to shoot anyway, I guess you might as well be comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Place where you hold your cup of coffee. Everything's perfect.
I used to have the folding chair where it would be a bar in the front and a bar in the back, U-shaped or whatever on the bottom of the seat. And then I ended up with a tri-leg seat. I didn't think I was going to like that, with that one leg coming up between your legs.
Yeah.
But actually, that is quite comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know if it just fits the shape of your ass more or what.
I've tried them all. I mean, I do like the backrest, but they do make a stool that has a backrest, or you can flop it under so you don't have the backrest. But
My only problem with the big folding chair is if I try to put it on a pallet.
Yeah, right.
I find myself all over the place.
that's where the bucket's handy, but
That's
no
right there.
backrest,
Yeah.
But the Yeti loadout bucket's a
Yeah.
great product for that.
What about the marsh seats? I mean, there is a place for them, right? I mean, sometimes you're in knee-deep water. You kind of want to take your weight off, but it's not really something that you want to sit in all morning
It's a
or
good
lean up against all
15-minute
morning.
limit. Yeah, I can do it for an hour, but I can't do 4 hours on it. I mean,
You basically have to kind of just stand with extended legs and just lean your ass on it if you can get it just right,
for anybody that's skied, it's kind of the T-bar versus the chairlift. I'm not,
Yeah,
that
for sure.
once you're on that thing, you want to be careful. You don't want to nod off.
Which is possible.
Yeah.
No, not on that. You're not gonna.
No,
No,
not
for sure.
gracefully anyway.
No, for sure.
But you do have to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable, you're not going to pay attention. You don't pay attention, you're not going to kill ducks. You do have to. Comfort is important.
Leaning back in the chairs I like, you really have to be prepared to stand up properly and put your feet in the right position to
Yeah.
actually make a good shot.
Yeah.
Although occasionally you'll be sitting in your chair and the ducks will fly right over the top of you and you'll shoot and almost fall over backwards. Those shots are fun too. For a better shot, it's better to stand up solid. And
What about laying down?
Please no.
I'm not very good at it,
Please
but
no.
I've tried it and grain field hunting, and it's kind of fun.
Layout blinds, sculling boats, layout boats. I mean, they are effective. I mean, that's how you disappear. Since you can't use a sink box anymore in the U.S.,
Those,
I think those were outlawed
Yeah.
80 years ago, aren't they, Tom?
I think you can still use sink boxes in Quebec, right?
yes,
You know, with the
true sink box.
Yeah,
not the
where-
curtain blinds, the
Yeah.
real sink box. Yeah.
Things you have to pump the water out of. when you
yeah,
get
and then
them.
you would put the weights on the wings to get it, just about water level, accommodating for the weight of the hunters, and I mean, that was pretty sketchy, but I can imagine that was deadly, right?
Those are the blinds you have to check for cottonmouths in them down south before you get in.
Yeah.
I've never hunted out of a sink box. I've done the layout blinds in the hard ground and have to do that power setup, which I'm not that great at, but it's kind of fun to have ducks flying 5 feet over your head every now and then.
We had below ground blinds on the islands of Barnegat Bay in New Jersey when I was growing up, and you just had to chase the rats out of there, in the morning. But they would take the cover off, and it never had water in it. Well, when I was there anyway, but they were on the edge of the island, so they were dug into the island. They weren't floating.
I was hunting in Arkansas one wintertime, it was January, in a pit blind, rice field, and they said, take this bucket, a 5-gallon bucket. You're going to bail some water out of that and watch for snakes. You know what I'm talking about, snakes. January, snakes in there. Yeah. I had a snake in mind.
Did you?
Didn't bother me. It was half asleep.
Yeah.
It bothered them more than it bothered me that a snake had gotten into their pit blind.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to get me, but I didn't want to mess with him either. So. But the layout kayaks are fun with the new blinds that they make. Those blinds are pretty well built.
Yeah, you have the Cabela's H12 or something, right? H10?
H10. Yeah.
And where they made the blind to fit specifically for it. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, they do. And you can buy them again. There was a time there was a big run on them, the shortage. That's a great combo. And I got an Old Town combo kayak canoe, which I bought a blind for that. That works good. Not dog hunting kind of deal, but they're great to sleep. You get in that little lounge chair and you can go right to sleep.
Yeah.
Warm, and it's warm down in there too. You get body heat out of the wind.
Yeah, I have the that beaver tail final attack. We call it the rectangle boat.
Yes.
And that's a great little boat. You can put up to 3 horse on it. Or actually, I'll put whatever on it. I'll put a 20 horse on that thing. I don't care.
Your water safety is top notch.
But that's a cool boat, and that does disappear, especially since I put the custom doors on them. I have 2 of those, and the Stealth, which I loved when I got it off. Did I get it off you or George a couple of years ago?
George, I went to Orono and picked it up for George, and he decided it was too heavy for him, so he sold it to you.
So I technically got it off
Stayed in
George,
the
but I got
family.
it off
You got
you.
it off me, yeah.
Yeah, but that is a great boat because of the tunnel hull, and I can freight that thing, and it still paddles great, and it's got the great platform on the front for the dog. You got a motor mount for the back. I've not put the motor on it yet.
That will fly.
That's going to fly. Oh, for sure. But that's a great boat.
That roto-molded technology is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that stuff is indestructible.
And it's only like 100 pounds, which, depending upon where you have to drag it, or how close you're going to get to the water,
right?
That's what determines whether you're going to use it or not. But I just used the flat back canoe all year. I mean, that's all I used. I don't know why, but it was just easiest.
Well, we had no water this year, so
Right.
even if you got in one of the, even if I got in a kayak, I had no place to go.
Right. No.
I mean, you couldn't get in there with it.
No, exactly. I mean, it doesn't draft much water, but it's heavier than, and my flatback canoe is that Sport Pal, Radisson type aircraft aluminum. They're 35, 40 pounds. So I mean, that's the easiest thing. If you're going to only have one, if I was only going to have one Watercraft, that would probably be the one. I mean, I didn't even really use the kayak. I used to use the kayak all the time. There was never really an opportunity to use the kayak this year.
I'm excited to have that TDB 10 back again. That was a fun boat. I've had that boat since I think 1981 or 2, brand new. I'm excited to have that back and try that. That's a safe and comfortable little boat.
That's a cool boat.
Little 6-horse motor on it. That'll go good. It'll be good. And I can use that goldeneye hunting too. I mean,
You can take that thing. Hey, I'll take that wherever. I mean, that's just a more beefed up version of my rectangle boat.
It's 10 feet long and 4.5 feet wide. Heavy, but it's okay.
What do you have left for Watercraft now? What do you
Canoes
use?
and kayaks.
Canoes and kayaks.
Yeah, and I seem to have to rely on you guys.
Good.
I mean, you don't need to paddle anywhere if you're just going to go with us.
Right. On a coastal, I enjoy hunting with all of you guys on the coast in 18-foot aluminum boats, and I feel really safe in those. And
I can remember we started with 10-foot John boats with 3, 4, 5 horsepower motors and thought we were king of the lake.
Yeah.
Till we looked back and said, "Are you serious?
Yeah.
We had all that gear, you, me, and a dog in there."
My first boat was when I live on the coast, and a good tide, a nice little skiff or something might float in, and one did, and it was only 10 feet long, and so I dragged it above the high tide mark, painted it all dead grass green, and I paddled it across the cove to where my blind was on the other side of the cove, and I used that for years. And I think for Christmas I got a Sears 4-horse outboard one year and put that on it. So now I had power, and that was fun. And as a kid, I didn't take care of it, so it kind of seized up in one straight position. So I remember I used to have to steer with the oars just to get the power going. And
Believe me, we still do that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was just a couple of years ago. Where you just lean everybody over to one side.
I learned how to lean. All I had to do was go probably half a mile straight across to a salt marsh. It was easy.
Did you ever get yourself in trouble out there?
No, not really. I do remember hunting on some days it was like started out 40 degrees and almost hunting in a t-shirt, and then having a cold spell come in and rain and almost getting hypothermic such that I couldn't row that boat. The outboard must have broken down. So instead of, I couldn't unload my gun with my fingers, so I had to shoot it empty. And instead of paddling home, which I couldn't do because I was so damn cold, I had to walk home, which was about a 2-mile walk around the perimeter of the cove back to my house. But, I never hunted when it was particularly rough or anything.
Oh, you wanted to talk about ammo.
That's all over the place and continues to be.
How many different?
I don't even know anymore.
How many different types of ammo are there now? I mean, it's ahead of the government where they have to keep approving non-toxic formulas to hit the market. They're like, please,
just give me the yay because here it's ready to roll out.
Please, it's just tungsten and copper or whatever. I mean, it's already materials that have been proven to be non-toxic. It's just different configurations or, I don't know, chemical combinations of them, right? I mean,
seems like it. I know we always used to have to publish a list of legal shot in our waterfowl rule book, and it was just getting longer and longer and longer every year. I couldn't even pronounce half the chemical combinations that they put in those shot shells.
Right. I mean, originally it was just bismuth and tungsten, right?
I think so.
Or heavy shot.
Yeah.
And
I quit it.
That's
heavy.
when they had to expand it from it just said steel, and then they had to change the terminology to non-toxic.
Non-toxic.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many varieties.
Then some of that just was unaffordable from the manufacturing standpoint. I mean, you just, when you look at a 55-gallon drum of that stuff and it's $5,000,
Yeah.
Well, that's the way it is now.
Whoa. They became precious metals,
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I love that Boss stuff as far as the killing power, but they're not even making that copper-plated bismuth is what it was up until last year. And then last year they changed the formulation again. Now that's just going to be straight copper, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really kept up on it, but you got to shoot some of that this year.
That's the best shotgun shell I've ever shot. And then you had to break my heart and say they don't make it anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, copper-plated bismuth, but now bismuth is crazy.
Can't buy it. Tungsten's crazy. You know, any precious metal, anything is crazy. There was a while the manufacture, because all that steel was manufactured in China. We didn't manufacture steel here for pellets. Fortunately, I have enough ammo to carry me through.
Your lifetime.
And yours, and yours, and yours. I'd go several generations.
You're ready for the apocalypse if we're attacked by birds.
I didn't shoot very many this year, so.
No, I didn't either.
I
The
think
box of shells went a long ways.
I think your collection just keeps growing.
Yeah, maybe it does. Yeah, you might be right. You
It's
might be
not
right.
being depleted in any way.
No.
But I mean, steel still kills it. Steel will do it if you're shooting reasonable distances, and especially now. And there's all kinds of data. I watched the Mueller choke guy talk about the optimum speed. It's just 1350 or something now. I don't know.
Isn't that funny how they've decided now speed isn't the answer with steel?
Well, it was marketing, right?
I mean speed
but
kills.
Nobody wanted to shoot that 1700 feet per second hyper steel or whatever that was.
I didn't want to be around it when you did.
No.
That was loud, man.
But then 15 was the thing. Everybody wanted to get to 1500, and I never really noticed the difference. I'd rather have the payload than the speed.
We're back in the 1200s now, right? 1250 or 1350.
I think it's 1350. 1280, I guess, is.
Yeah.
That's what the old Remington Sportsman always was.
Right.
The black shells, 1280, and I always thought those were fine. 1.25 ounce, 3 inch, 1280 feet per second. I killed all kinds of stuff with those.
It's all come around again,
Is it because the steel is being manufactured better? I don't know, or better propellants and different components and stuff like that. I'm sure the wads make a difference. They must. I mean, they do the research, or they're just looking for something else to sell. Who knows?
Then I'll reach out to JJ from Federal, see if I can't get him to join us for an episode and talk us through he's been through the black cloud discovery and, all the stuff they've come up with.
Yeah, and they were into tungsten.
They tried it all.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that gold box with the goose on it.
Yeah.
But I'm talking 20,
Well,
30 years ago.
This will predate JJ. Federal made that copper-plated BB lead, but copper-plated BB and lead. They were the first ones to copper plate something for goose loads. They were incredible. They were incredible. Copper seems to we all go back to copper. Now we're copper plating again.
Well, he'd be the guy to ask. Hopefully we'll have him on.
I'll get him.
Well, I remember in physics, force equals mass times acceleration. So you guys are talking about speed, and I assume all these products have different mass values, but somebody's got it figured out.
Well, I mean, that was the thing. Speed kills. And that's what they convinced them. You can't have lead anymore. Put your lids done. It's got to go steel, and speed and steel will kill.
It was quite a transition, though, wasn't it, when we switched from lead to steel? Not steel back then.
Yeah, they hadn't perfected the technology yet. They were just trying to put steel pellets into a lead recipe, right?
Studies they did back then were pretty grisly when they strap a farm mallard onto a little train and have it go down the track, and it'd be shot at with different pellets and items to figure out what was lethal and what wasn't.
Is that like the Mr. Rogers train?
Kind of.
As long as you weren't the doc.
Quack.